What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Here we have a matchup again, Buggy Shanks. This is the third matchup of this locals for me. So seen a lot of Shanks flooding filling the tavern today. Um, but we're going to start off. I believe we won the dice roll. We're going first. Um, that's our ideal curve is going first, and we're going to start off with a cross guild searcher of event searches top 4 for a cross guild. We can grab promo Buggy here. We could grab the Mihawk blocker. Thinking about maybe I should have grabbed promo Buggy in retrospect because that can cheat out a body, but I like the idea of grabbing the blocker. And we pass. He goes to 2 Dawn, and he will pass. Now we go to our 3 Dawn turn. We don't have a peel off. That'd probably be, at least I don't think we have a peel off. That'd be the ideal play. So we're gonna. Oh, we do have a peel off. We're gonna spend 5 and a life. He can just leader effect again. Put him in a situation where he could make a mistake and just give us counter or take the life or something like that. Even though he could easily just leader effect get out of it. But yeah, we're in a spot now where we can Croc next turn. Croc has bones. We have the Mihawk blocker. We're in a good spot. He plays down the Chopper blocker, the 2K, and then swings 5 and a life and give him a 1K. Now we're going to be at 5 Dawn. We can leader effect this turn. We swing 5 and a life. Again, he leader effects. And we're going to leader effect, tap 5, pitch a card, play Croc and Daz Bones. Draw 2, trash 1, and we draw. I'm going to get rid of the grab blade because we already have one in hand. I like the idea of having that just in case. Just got off the match where I got ran over by some Luffys, and it would have been nice to have the grab blade. So just keeping that just in case some 5-6 Luffys come rushing down. Also could use it for the chopper. He taps 4 for a Lucky Roo. And then is going to swing 7 into life, and we're going to take no trigger. And now this is a spot where we're at 7 Dawn, and that Lucky Roo, as soon as we swing, it's going to kill that Daz Bones. But we could tap 7 and get rid of that Lucky Roo, and we could also get rid of that Chopper blocker. So I think this is where having that grab blade was a good call. We tap 7. We're going to grab blade the Lucky Roo and the Chopper. Gravity Blade, very strong event, maybe one of the best cards in blue. For 7 Dawn, you get the bottom deck 2/6 costs or less. So just huge for decks that are going wide. And then we're going to swing 5 life. He leader effects, and then we pass. I'm not going to swing my board because he's going to his 8 Dawn turn. And if he plays a Rayleigh, he can blow up. He can kill the Daz Bones, lower the chopper. I guess it wouldn't be too bad of a situation because his board's too weak. But usually I don't like to swing my board going into the 8th Dawn turn against Shanks because a Rayleigh, yes, it's going to kill one thing. I don't want it to kill 2 things. I want to keep at least one thing on board. And this is the scenario where he pops the -3 to the Daz Bones, -2 to the chopper, and then blows up the Daz Bones. So again, wouldn't it be the end of the world if it would have been the exact same scenario. I would have given him a 1K counter. So I guess I could have swung the board out. Now we're going to tap 1 for Galdino Searcher, search top 4. We could grab Promo Buggy or a 2K, and we're going to grab that. I like the idea of this because now we can play that, fill up our board, and play a Mihawk. And we are at 8 Dawn. We're going to swing 6 into life. Our Crocodile's at 5,000 power, so probably just not going to swing him. He takes, no trigger. And now we're going to tap 7 for Promo Buggy into Mihawk. Draw 2, trash 1. Draw 2K. And we have, I'm going to probably pitch this Mihawk blocker. Yeah, pitch the Mihawk blocker. I have 2 Buggies in hand. We're at a point where next turn I could Buggy away that Rayleigh. We drop something else. I could Buggy that away. getting to the point where I think my board's pretty filled. And I also have a crocodile, so for example, if he does kill something next turn and our 10 Don turn, we could crocodile like a crocodile into Alvita. We can leader effect twice essentially. He taps 4 for a Yasup. That's going to power up his Shanks for the end of the turn. And then he also plays an ace. That ace is sticky, so if I go to remove that ace, it's going to get just minus 2,000 power once per turn. So I kind of have to swing into it. That's the only way to really kill it. It's just a sticky. He swings 5 into life, and we block. And now if he swings 8 into life, we're just gonna take. If he swings 8 into the Mihawk, we can give it 2k. But he passes, he misses the Rayleigh swing, or maybe he didn't want to swing it. But now we're in a spot where we can play something down, a 5 cost. We can play the Alvita down, and then we can leader effect and get rid of that Rayleigh, which is what we're going to do. Tap 5, play Alvita. Now tap 5, leader effect. Yeah, I'm just telling him that it's an on KO. It's not an on play for that. Alvita on KO will summon a 5 cost or less cross guild. We tap 5, leader effect, pitch the Richie, bring out the Buggy, and bottom deck the Rayleigh. And now we can swing 5 into life. And he leader effects, and then we can swing 7 into life, and he takes. So he's at 3 life, we're at 4. He does have a decently wide board with the Yasup and the ace. The Yasup too, I believe, has a Dawn. I think when attacking, can minus 1,000 power to one of my things on my board. But yeah, hoping that like we might lose that crocodile if he swings into it, for example, because we don't have a ton of counter in hand. We have 2k, 1k. But hopefully we can be in a situation where we still have 4 bodies on board, and we can Buggy next turn, whatever he plays. Well, even if he doesn't play anything and just dons up huge, we can bottom deck that Yasup. He's going to put 1 Dawn on Yasup, swing 7 into life, minus 1 to the Mihawk, so it's now 6,000 power. Going to take no trigger, and we draw a 2k, so that's really good in case he plays something big like a dragon or something. Now we have some counter. He plays another Rayleigh, minus his 3 to the Mihawk to pop, minus his 2 to the Croc, so it's at 5 cost power, and now he's going to swing 7 into it, and we can give him 2k, 1k. I want to keep this alive, so that way I have the Buggy in play. So 2k, 1k, and then now all he has left is a lead swing, and he can swing 5 into the Croc, and we have 1k counter. We can give him that. We'll give him that 2k that we have that we just got off life. And now we're in a spot where we have the 12 cost Buggy, and we could kill that ace, for example. Hopefully we can also kill that Yasup with the 5 Dawn standing by putting it on Croc or Alvita or something along those lines. And we can bottom deck that Rayleigh. So we're starting off with a 12 into the ace. He lets it die. Now I'm thinking about the order of operations if I want to do this. I only have 2 cards in hand, and it could leave me in an incredibly vulnerable spot. For example, if I put 5 Dawn on and swing Buggy or Alvita. Let's put it on Alvita and swing 11 into his 6, and for some reason he counters out of that. Then I'm going to be in a spot where I could bottom deck that Rayleigh, and then he's going to have 2 swings, and if he drops something like another Shanks, for example, or not another Shanks, but a 10-12 Shanks, and then he could like blow up my board pretty easily, and we could be in a horrible spot. It would be incredible. Like, having 0 cards in hand is like just the floodgates are open. You can just blow up my board. Having 1 card is not much better though. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm really just weighing out all the options of whether I want to go down to 0 cards in hand, whether I want to take my chance and try to kill it with the Alvita. That's ultimately what I'm thinking. I swing 5 into life. And he leader effects, which makes me feel stronger about swinging the Alvita with 11, because now it's going to be a true 11. It's not going to be like 10, for example. So it's going to take a decent amount of cards out of hand in order for it to keep that Yasip alive. So swing 11 into the 6. Again, really hoping he lets it die. He has a decent amount of cards in hand. He lets it die. Now I feel really comfortable now about leader affecting, playing the Buggy down, and bottom decking that Rayleigh. But we have 0 cards in hand. So the Alvita is pretty cool because on KO it can summon a cross kill, but we don't have any cards in hand, so we don't have a cross killed. We could do he could Dawn up and put 7 on and kill our Buggy, for example. But ultimately, if he does that, I feel like that's a win, because he wouldn't have established anything if he does that. He could play the 10-12 rush Shanks and easily deal with that Buggy. I also missed the Crocodile swing. I could have swung 5. Just got another card out of my hand or got him down 1 more life. He swings, I believe this is 7. Yeah, he's just thinking about it. He's going to swing 7 into life. We take, no trigger. We draw 1k. And here's where I make just a huge mistake. He plays the Kid Killer. That Kid Killer can attack as a promo Buggy. Kid Killer gets extra power depending on the life total. My life total is less than 2. He puts an extra 2 Dawn on it. And I'm going to just take this life. This is how I can tell, like, I do hit a trigger with cross kill, draw 4. But, like, I don't know. I feel like this night was just a weird night where, like, my heart really wasn't in it with this promo. Like, I've been waiting to play promo Buggy for a long time. I've been waiting for moments like that where I could say, hey, haha, can attack. And I didn't. Now I'm just, I don't know. I'm just not in it, I think, right here, where I should have been way more on top of it. I should have known that Kid Killer can attack. So yeah, just ultimately a huge mistake on my part. The one that, like, I should know, and here's where I realized, like, oh shoot, dude, I'm stupid. But yeah, and here's also where I just feel like I make dumb mistakes, because that Kid Killer's not going to attack unless he gets rid of the promo Buggy. And I'm going to start just swinging into that Kid Killer. So I swing 7 into it. The reason being I was going to swing into it is because I was thinking about whether or not to play over the promo Buggy with the next card I'm going to play. Playing the Mihawk blocker down, I think, is the move. He gives me leader effect 2k. So I was thinking about playing over that promo Buggy. That's why I started swinging into it. Swing 7 again. He gives me 2K, 1K. But now here's where I'm thinking, like, he's really keeping this alive. Maybe he has another one. I'm going to swing 12 into it, just really kill it. I'm not going to play over that promo Buggy anymore. I'm going to play over the Alvita because maybe he has like he plays it in his deck. Maybe he has another one. I'm going to tap 3 to peel off, draw 2. And then I'm going to tap 6 to play Mihawk over the Alvita rather than playing over the promo Buggy. Draw 2, trash 1. Trash the other promo Buggy. We still have lead swing, but we passed. We missed another swing. So again, just making dumb mistakes. I feel like just my heart's not in this game. That's 100% what it is. Yeah. Just making dumb mistakes like that. Missing swings, missing the key concept of this deck, or the coolest thing in this deck is the promo Buggy, and me just not being excited about it to say like, hey, you can't do that, you can't attack with that. Like, just missing that's so dumb. But our hand, we have a 2K, 1K, we have a peel off. I think we have another 1K. So not a ton of counter. We do have a blocker. He's at 2 life and not a lot of cards in hand. We were able to get a lot out last turn. He's swinging 7 into life, I believe. We're going to 2K, 1K. And now he taps 8 for Dragon. He gives 2 Rested Dawn. He's going to swing 11. And we're going to take. No trigger. Now we're in a spot where probably have to go for game now. But we're in a spot where we can go for game. We have 2 12K swings. And he doesn't have a ton of cards in hand. So we're going to start with a 12 in the life. He takes. Swing another 12 in the life. And then now if he takes this, okay, now he takes. Now we can swing 17 for game. I don't think he has enough cards that it'd be mathematically possible to do it. So he's going to start giving us all his counter, and it's not going to be enough. So we get the win here. Again, this was an interesting matchup. We got the win, but like, I just feel like this was just like one of my least favorite games because I just made dumb mistakes, like just super dumb mistakes, and kind of just spiraled a little bit. And again, I think it's just because my heart's not in it right now. My heart's not in Buggy right now. I think this is like where I kind of learned, like I lost a couple to those, to Shanks earlier. I beat this Shanks. And like, I'm just looking at some of the other decks. I think I want to go play Sugar. I think I'm going to play Sugar. I don't think the time for promo Buggies right now. Not until like more decks that rely, because there's no Dofi players at my locals right now. I think they're all, because of the ban list, they're not playing Buggy right now. I thought there'd be one last hurrah, but not getting to play any Buggies. And then I know Zoro's coming back. I feel like this deck could be pretty good against Zoro. But yeah, I think this was when I kind of learned, like, I'm just not excited as I was about it. I might switch up for, I think it'll come back. I just need to wait for a little bit. I think it's just, there's a lot of other new shiny toys out there with Sugar and Usopp, and I want to try those out. But yeah, ultimately I made a lot of mistakes. Feel free to let me know any other mistakes I made. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.